class. My name is Sal Buffle, and I'm going to be your instructor for your Psychology 101 online class this semester. I wanted just to take this opportunity to welcome you to class and to have you have the opportunity to at least see who your instructor was going to be. You can actually connect the face with the name, which is something that sometimes in online classes we don't have the opportunity to do. So at least you can kind of connect who I am with the later on and during the course where we'll be kind of corresponding through email and through the discussion board. But at least you have an opportunity to know who your instructor is, and I just wanted to kind of welcome you to class. In Psychology 101, we're going to be kind of talking about a lot of things that kind of encompass the whole field of psychology. Now, some of you may already had psychology courses, some of you may not, but when we talk about psychology, I know the first thing that kind of comes to mind is that it's the study of the mind. And I just wanted to kind of share with you that I think that psychology, at least what we're going to discuss in our class, is going to kind of encompass a lot of things when it comes to study of the mind. We're going to talk about perception, we're going to talk about memory, we're going to talk about learning, just to mention a few. We'll even talk about the unconscious mind, and we'll talk about why we dream and alternate states of consciousness. So there could be a lot of things that we're going to kind of discuss this semester. If you think about psychology, it's a relatively young science. It's kind of really came into its own in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And it's interesting that the questions that were being asked then, we're still asking now. And those questions kind of revolve around human behavior. Why do we do some of the things that we do? Why do people act in some of the ways that they do? And maybe some of these questions that we're asking even today have been questions that have been asked even during the time of the caveman, when they were sitting in the cave at night, and maybe they were asking or at least thinking some of these same kind of questions. Why do my kids act sometimes a little strange, and I don't understand why they do some of the things they do? Why is it difficult for me to communicate with my mate? Or why do men and women seem to have a different way of communicating? Or why did old Zork, why is he acting so weird ever since that rock hit him on the head last week? Those are the same kind of questions I think that have been asked for a long time, and we're still pondering on those questions. And I think the thing that makes it difficult in psychology is that we can't take people and bring them into the laboratory and put them under the microscope, because there's such a vast amount of diversity in why we act the way we do and how people act. So these are some of the things that we're going to kind of go through this semester, and hopefully kind of come to some better understanding of who we are and why we do some of the things we do, and in the sense to learn how to maybe at times predict behavior too. So I'm hoping that this class will be informative, insightful to you, and I hope too that you'll gain a little insight about yourself. I think it's easy for us to talk about why other people do some of the things we do, but we have to kind of sometimes ask ourselves, how does that apply to me, and do I somehow or sometimes act like that too, and why do I act that way? So I'm hoping this class will give you some insight about yourself. Alright, so I'd like to again welcome you to Psych 101. Do review the syllabus, and on your Blackboard site you'll see a tab that says Ask Sal. And what that tab is, it's through the discussion board. It's a way for you to get in touch with me as far as asking questions that may be pertaining to assignments or any kind of general questions that you need a response to. I usually check that at least twice a day, so this way it gives me an opportunity to get back to you in a relatively short period of time. Alright, so again, welcome to Psych 101. I hope it's a wonderful class for you. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll be talking soon. Thanks.